I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Hello, it is Nikki here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my natural nails, and for this set I am going to be using Amber Dips a Lot Tequila Sunrise. I swatched this in a swatch video. I'll leave it in the cards so you can see all of the colors that I did purchase from Amber. And so this is going to be a quick, simple dip set. And the liquids I'm going to be using is from Dipp'd. I purchased these dips. I just wanted to try them out. I actually only got their liquids, but I did go back and order some of their colors, so that should be coming in soon. So let me go ahead and get these out of the pack and I'll be right back. So they did have a thank you card, and on the back of this it has their contact info, their Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and their website. And then on this other card it has their information, and on the back it gives instructions from 1 to 10 step on how to use their products. And if you want more complete instructions, it also tells you to see the website. So I do appreciate that. The first one being the Prep and Bond, and they are all 15 ml bottles. The second one being the Base Coat, Activator, Dip Top. Number 5 is the Brush Saver. So that is the complete dip set. But I did also order their peel-off base, and I bought 2 of these. There's 2 of them. There you go. So I did buy 2. The reason why I even went on their website was because I saw Melissa Manny's, and I'll link the video that she showed on her using the peel-off base. And when I tell you, she just popped them nails right on off. I was like, I want to try that. And so I did end up going to buy this. And then I said, let me go ahead and try their dip system as well. And so I went ahead and purchased their dip system. So I am going to be trying their dip liquids. But because I am going to be using peel-off base with this set, I am going to skip the Prep and Bond. So I'm going to skip that step because I don't want these nails to last long. And so using peel-off base and then Prep and Bond pretty much defeats the purpose of the peel-off base. So I am going to skip step 1. And I'm going to go straight into the base and dipping the powder. I'm going to apply this peel-off base right on top of this top coat. Although I only showed 1 on camera, I did go in and apply 2 coats of the peel-off base, and I let it completely dry between each coat. So while I'm letting this dry, I do want to note that they do give the instructions on the back of the bottle. And so you do have that, gives warning, and the ingredients that it comes with. And so you have an idea of how to use it, because some peel-off base that I used already, not going to say no names, but it ain't come with no instructions. So I didn't really know how to use it. So this, I'm liking that alone, that it does come with the instructions on the bottle of this particular peel-off base on how to apply it and how to remove it, all on the label of the bottle. So I do like that. A tip I do have, I didn't do it on camera, but I wasn't recording when I did this, but a tip I do have, when you're using a peel-off base and then you're going in with a dip base, you want to apply the dip base, let it completely dry, and then go in with another coat of the peel-off base before dipping your powder. So peel-off base, dip base, let it dry, apply another dip base, then dip. Because if you don't, your dip is not going to apply to your nail because the peel-off base makes the dip base dry extremely fast. So by the time your finger gets to the powder, it's not going to stick. And so that's why doing 2 coats of the base before dipping helps, especially when you're using a peel-off base. When it comes to these dip liquids, it is not runny. The consistency is a not too thick, but not too runny, as well as like a medium thickness. And the dry time is definitely a medium dry. It doesn't dry fast. It gives you enough time so you can go ahead and clean up that cuticle area. That way it clean it up now helps with the fouling later. And so it does give you enough time to clean up your cuticle as well. So I'm definitely loving the consistency and the dry time of these dips. Wait, when I tell you the coverage on these powders, do you see that? 1 coat coverage, 1 dip, completely opaque, shiny. You don't even need another coat for these dip powders. I am impressed. I'm so loving Amber Dips. This is my first time actually using these on my nails. But I am impressed. I love this Tequila Sunrise. The color, it complements my skin tone. This is by far my favorite of all of the dip powders I received. And I'm not really a brown type of person. I usually don't go for a new brown color, but this, oh, I am loving it. Thank you, Amber. Definitely check her out. I will leave her information in the description box. You will not be disappointed when it comes to her powders. And so here I'm just cleaning up my side walls and that cuticle area with my cuticle stick. That is a step you do not want to forget when you are doing your dip, because the last thing you want is that dip liquid to dry and your cuticle area is not clear, because it will make your filing process a little more difficult if you're not cleaning up the cuticle area. Now, doing this helps, and with the end result in you having to file a lot. My thumbnail happened to be damaged trying to remove the peel-off base coat from the previous set, and so it's a little lumpy on that one. I try to manage it, but at certain points after filing, once I did the process, you can still tell how unlevel it is. That's what happens when you don't get instructions with stuff. You end up messing up your nails. So now I'm going in and dusting off that excess dip powder. You want to make sure that your dip base is completely dry before you do this. And that is why I completely did all of my nails before going in to dust off that excess. I am going to go in with a harder bristle brush to make sure I am getting that excess off. This helps with making the surface as smooth as possible before going in with that second layer. I did go in with 2 coats of the dip, even though you technically only need 1 because it is 1 coat coverage. However, I'm so used to doing 2 coats of everything, and so out of repetition, I just do 2 coats. But it's definitely not needed if something that you don't want to do, and you can just encapsulate in clear. I am now going in with step 3, which is the activator. And the activator pretty much hardens the dip base. I do 2 coats of the activator. It's not needed, but out of safety, I want to make sure it's dry. And so I'm going to do 2 coats, and I'm going to let this dry for about 2 minutes before I go in and file. I let the activator dry for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm going to... so they seem to be pretty solid. I tend to forget to pull out my clear dip powder to encapsulate before filing. And so this time I went in with my gel to cap my hand. Now, I don't know why I didn't turn around and just get my dip powder from out of my drawer. You would think I was not home. I could have easily turned around and get my clear dip powder. I don't know why I be having brain farts. Like, why did I use the gel? I don't know. It still came out perfect. However, I could have easily turned around and got my clear dip powder. And I did end up using clear to encapsulate on my right hand. And so in the end, I'm going to show you what it looks like when I encapsulate it with the gel. And then what I did and encapsulated with the clear. So I'm just wiping off that tacky layer of the clear gel base with that my acetone and alcohol mix so I can go in and file. So while editing this video, I realized I did not keep my, but somehow the last part didn't get recorded. But here I'm just going in with this diamond bit and I'm using this to clean up my cuticle area. My drill is at about 3,000, maybe 4,000 RPMs at this point. I am going to go in with that cuticle pusher and I'm going to push back my cuticles just a little bit more. That way I can fit that my bit in between the dip powder and my cuticle area so it can be as flush as possible. Once I'm done with my cuticle area, I do go in with a sanding bit to smooth out the surface. And this is where the video cut off for some reason. And I didn't really notice it until it was time for me to buff. The instructions. After you lightly buff, you go back in with step 6, which is the activator. Okay, wipe now with the lint-free wipe. So it don't say put anything on it. Just say wipe it with a lint-free wipe. So now I say go in with step 4, which is the top coat, and quickly swipe all 5 nails. So I don't know if that's supposed to be just let's say quickly. So I'm gonna do that. I don't want to mess it up. I think that's quick. And then I'm gonna go in with the second coat. That's what it said. Let it dry. And then step 10, go in with a nice thin final coat and cap the edges of the nail. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna let this dry. So these are what my nails are looking like. I do want to make note that when I did this hand, I had my air purifier on, and so the smell was not loud. I barely smelled anything at all. However, when I did this hand, I turned it off, And although I did not need to do a mask, but they do have a smell, it's just not loud at all. Where I was able to do this hand without my purifier and still be okay. So that is a plus. I am loving this top coat. This is by far the best top coat when it comes to dip liquids that I've tried. I haven't tried that many brands. I've only tried one. This is the second one. So comparing it to the only other brand that I've used when it comes to gel top coat, I am not mad at it. And so I will see how this peel-off base work when it comes to the removal process and popping them off. And go and add some cuticle oil. You know, gotta add your cuticle oil. Give it the shine. Take them photos. My crusty. But I do love this dip powder. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my girl Amber Dips a lot. She did have released some new some new dip powders that's coming. So I'll leave her information in the description box so you can check out her dips. And again, this is two coats. Oh, I did do something different. On this hand, I forgot to use a clear base, and so I did my nail file and did it over a gel base. But this one I did clear cap. So I used some 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐬 acrylic powder that I grinded and made it a little finer for some dip powder. And you can barely tell the difference whether from the gel and the clear cap. So you can do it either way. If you don't have clear, go ahead and use some gel base. Your filing comes out, and then if you do have clear, you cap it. You don't need anything, so you can barely tell the difference. If you made it this far, I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. What a wonderful world.